Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Putnam Valley. This is the Nine Show. Hey, nah, this is the Nine Show. Recorded live in room 116. This is the Nine. This is the Nine Show. The Nine Show.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Ninth Show. I'm your host, Princess Bosse, and here's what's going on in the Putnam Valley High School community. The Triumph Gratitude Festival is a yearly music and art festival that takes place a few days before Thanksgiving. Here's Faith Caravan reporting on how the festival went fully virtual this year.
Hi, I'm Faith Caravan. This week I interviewed participants of the Gratitude Festival and how it was a little bit different this year. Let's take a look.
Who can participate in the Gratitude Festival?
So anyone really in the entire student body, including some alumni, have the opportunity to participate in our Gratitude Festival since we started it 6 years ago.
How would you describe the Gratitude Festival?
We had the idea of giving an opportunity for students to be able to perform music or poetry or even dance, any sort of artistic expression that students wanted to perform that may not have normally fit in the traditional sort of performances that our theater programs or band and choir programs put on. So,
where can people watch the Gratitude Festival? Was it recorded?
This year, we did record some of it because we did it virtually. We did not necessarily release the entire video because of a lot of the students did not necessarily want the video out there. There were certain privacy issues, certain copyright issues. So it's not necessarily available for everybody to see.
Why did you choose to participate in the Gratitude Festival?
So I've been participating in this festival since I was a freshman. I love it. It has such an amazing, comfortable feel when you do it in person. And it's a weird feeling because it's everybody loves each other and it's so deep and personal. And
how did it go over? Did you sing virtually or did you record your piece?
So this year, we all logged on to a Google Meet and everybody pre-recorded their pieces and then we all just listened to it and it was really fun.
What did you do?
So I sang a song called Hard Times by Gillian Welch, and it's this really cool country-ish sort of folk song. I never do country music, so I thought it was fun. It's outside the box. Me and my sister Gigi did it as a duet. It was really cool.
That's nice. How did you feel it went? Was it different singing virtually?
It's definitely different and it's definitely an adjustment, but overall I thought it went really well.
Did a lot of people participate this year?
So that's the unfortunate part. With a virtual Gratitude Festival, you're not going to get as many participants. We were a little bit low, but it was still good.
It's amazing to see, despite all the difficulties, that the Gratitude Festival still went on. For The Ninth Show, I'm Faith Caravan.
To all Putnam Valley families, school meals are currently available for school-aged children and siblings. While the school building is closed, families can pick up these meals via the drive-up meal service. A Mark, our food provider, can also package multiple meals for a quick and easy pickup. If you have any questions or would like to know more information, please be sure to email Ms. Denike at jdenike@pvcsd.org. Television is becoming even more popular as if there isn't much to do at home. So for this segment, Tristan interviews Mr. Zupan on his favorite TV show, The Mandalorian.
Hello everyone, I'm Tristan with The Ninth Show, and this week we are glad to have Mr. Zupan on with talking about The Mandalorian. So Mr. Zupan, thank you so much for coming.
Of course, no problem.
So I hear you're a big fan of the show The Mandalorian.
Yeah, if you can't tell. I love this new series and what it's doing for Star Wars fans, and especially the next generation of Star Wars fans, like my sons who are just getting into it. So I like to see a lot of parallels between how they watch it and some of the cartoon series and me watching the original episodes back when I was in high school.
So what is the show about?
So The Mandalorian takes place between the three original, like the Return of the Jedi, But before episode 7, which is the first with Rey in it, The Force Awakens, so the Empire has just been destroyed, and there's a lot of upheaval in the government because now you don't have the Empire kind of leading everything, and you have the Rebellion who now is in charge and they're trying to gain control of everything. In the middle of that, you have people kind of making on their own, like the Mandalorian is one person who's a bounty hunter and he's very good, but then he ends up not completing a task that he was supposed to, that he gets paid to do, and instead steals back this little Baby Yoda, and sees a lot of parallels between himself and Baby Yoda, so it steals him back to keep the Baby Yoda safe, and that starts a whole domino effect of things happening. And that's what it continues now into the second season.
How do you feel about Baby Yoda?
I love Baby Yoda for 2 reasons. One is just myself, I think he's adorable, and my son is 1. And some of the facial features are very similar, and I've actually trained him to coo like Baby Yoda, which is fun.
How does this show differ from the original Star Wars saga?
It fills a void. Like there's a big 30 to 40 year gap between episode 6 and episode 7. And there's a lot of like, well, how did all this stuff happen? And this starts to kind of answer that question, and also connects, it connects the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, some of the books in the canon series, and it starts to take a lot of these things that we don't see in any of the movies, and starts putting them into the episodes and connecting them to the original 9 movies.
Would you rather watch the rest of the Star Wars films or The Mandalorian?
Depends what episode. The new ones, the 7, 8, 9 with Rey, I really liked personally. I really liked that story and how they kind of pulled everything together. But definitely The Mandalorian, I feel like they're doing a great job of making it their own story. They tie in things, but they're not relying so heavily on like the Jedi and it has to be the Jedi and it has to be the Jedi. This is all about somebody who's really like you or myself. There's no special powers. It's a human. It's not like, he has some awesome armor and everything, but he's somebody you can relate to a lot more, which I like.
Out of all of the Star Wars characters out there, which is your favorite?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Obviously, growing up, I still lightsaber battle with my kids. Like the idea of a Jedi and having a lightsaber is pretty amazing. But I do I always liked the Mandalorian character. I like Boba Fett, and as someone who is someone that's just like myself, is just a human traveling through the galaxy. Is like obviously a dream I think every sci-fi fan has.
Do you own any lightsabers yourself?
Too many. I have myself personally probably no. My kids probably have like 8 to 10 of them that are in different levels of broken pieces and taped pieces. Some where the batteries don't work as much anymore, but they all fulfill a need. And so there'll be many times where I'm coming home and it's eerily quiet and they'll jump out, and then I'll have to try to find one and battle them.
So I hear you have been working on some Mandalorian helmets. How has that been going?
Oh, great. They're almost done. Unfortunately, we had some back order, but I found, going through the YouTube wormhole, I found plans on how to make helmets yourself. So I did those, and then my sons and I, we each designed our own. So this is mine that I designed. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan, for those that don't know. And then I found the Mandalorian language and typed in Cleveland Browns. The bull mastiff is our mascot, so just like the Mandalorian has his spirit animal, way to think of it, I have mine on there. And then I made mine more looking at the Mandalorian's helmet. My sons went a different route, and my sons decided to go a little bit different. They obviously used their favorite colors. And my son has a hat with these same spikes on it, and it's like his favorite hat. So right away, he decided he had to make his helmet look like that. So he designed it, and then I kind of cut everything out for him. He helped me glue it and paint it and do everything. So it was a fun family project. And my youngest son, who's in kindergarten, he wanted way more battle damage on his and wanted some cuts from fighting something with claws on it, and he wanted spikes on his that could help him fly. And it's really fun to see them kind of really take some liberties and be really, really creative with it. So the more that I can kind of do that. But you notice what's missing is the visors in the front. So those got back ordered. Obviously, I didn't want to take away any face masks at this point. So I was willing to wait for an imitation one that took a lot longer to make. But eventually that will come in and we'll cut that out and put that on and then seal them up and they'll be all done. But we enjoy wearing them around the house for sure.
Honestly, I'm so blown away. The amount of creativity and work that's put into that.
Thank you.
So, which ship is better to you, the Razor Crest or the Millennium Falcon?
Ooh, I have to say the Millennium Falcon. I think I'm a purist. Han Solo is such a cool character in my opinion, and Chewie is. We actually all got matching Chewie pajamas last year, and I somehow convinced my wife to make that our Christmas card, which I don't think will ever happen again. But that's one of my favorites. Chewie is one of our favorite characters, so I'm a big Han Solo Chewie fan.
So last question here, really important, this is probably the most important. Light side or dark side?
Me, it's light side. My son, I have 3 boys, one's only 1 year old though, so he hasn't picked a side yet, but I have one son who's all light side and Jedis, and one who's all Darth Vader and, Darth Maul, Darth Vader. So you can notice the Darth Maul, Darth Vader kind of connection here. And so it's very interesting to see the two of them, but I'm all light side for sure.
Well, that's it. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Of course.
It was an honor to interview you. Hope we could do this again sometime.
That'd be great. Thank you. Yeah, it's great.
Thank you. For the 9th show, I'm Tristan Calvente. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone.
While it may be nice to go to school, we can't forget about our full remote learners. They have lives too. So we asked a couple of remote learners some questions on how they go about their day during and after school.
Hi, my name is Jaydon Peralta and I'm a remote learner.
Welcome to my life as a remote learner.
I'm a remote learner and I'll be describing my life.
I start my day by getting up and out of bed at 6:45 and letting both of my dogs out and making coffee for my mom and my sister and I's medicine in the morning.
The first thing I do is brush my teeth, take a shower, and get something to eat.
I start my day by going to construction electricity at the tech center in Yorktown. Then I go to my online classes after construction electricity for 2 hours.
I usually start my day by waking up, going to the bathroom, eating breakfast.
I start off my day by waking up at 7:30 in the morning, doing 10 push-ups, and then I go downstairs to make breakfast in the kitchen.
I usually also take out my laptop and I open up the first class I have for that day. I just chill until it's time to start going to classes.
After I'm done having breakfast, this is my desk where I sit to complete my online work.
I do my online learning at my built-in desk that I made over the summer with my father.
I usually do online learning at my desk. It's the most easiest place for me to stay focused and especially when I'm doing homework.
I make my way to my desk in my room to attend to my online classes.
One of the things I love most about remote learning is I have a less likelihood of getting the virus at home.
One of the things that I love about remote learning is that I'm always home, so I'm in the comfort of my place.
My favorite thing about being a virtual learner is having the learning experience in the comfort of my own home.
One thing I like about remote learning is that I'm in the comfort of my own home and I'm attending school. Crazy.
It's more quiet and calm, so you don't have as many kids interrupting the teacher.
But one thing I hate about remote learning is that I'm not in school.
One thing I hate about remote learning is the isolation.
What I don't like about remote learning is being at the laptop for so long. I'm usually there 8-7 hours a day. I feel like it took its toll on my eyesight a lot.
Sometimes it could get a little distracting being in the comfort of your own home.
I don't get fully dressed in the morning. I should, but I don't feel motivated to.
It's kind of awkward to excuse yourself from classes to use the bathroom in your own home. I didn't think I would ever do that in my life.
Something I do to stay busy is that I bullet journal and I plan out things that I want to do and I want to accomplish.
Something I do to stay busy is practice nail art designs.
I usually draw or play video games.
I play video games and work out to keep busy.
I usually keep myself busy by playing video games or drawing whatever comes to my mind. And sometimes I talk to my school friends over the internet.
I practice the acoustic guitar. I'm currently learning how to play The Guardian by Sean James.
What I miss both the most about in-person school is seeing people.
One thing I miss about school is the human interaction.
Like, I don't feel like I know any of my teachers the way I would know them by now if I was actually in school.
I usually see my friends like mostly at school. We can't really do that right now, so that's something I miss the most.
What I really miss about school is the atmosphere.
The thing I miss most about school is the people in it and the environment.
There's always something cool and exciting going on, and I kind of miss that.
Well, that's it for this episode of The 9th Show. If you can, please consider donating to charity this holiday season. We wish everyone tuning in a happy and healthy holiday season. So long, and thank you for watching.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Putnam Valley. This is The 9th Show. Hey, nah, this is the 9th Show. Recorded live in room 116. This is the 9th. This is the 9th Show. The 9th Show.